reaching for no change. My little homie clutching a ride, ready to blow your.
He keep getting shot at. I got to go ahead and get this. No, he has had insurance since birth.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So we're live in Jacksonville right now. Is that where you're born and raised too?
Yes, I'm born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay. And what was that like growing up for you?
Well, I was raised on the north side of Jacksonville. I wouldn't say I had a hard life. I never struggled or anything like that. I was raised by my grandmother, and my great grandmother. My mom passed when I was about 5 years old. I'm the only child, but I never struggled. I went to all the schools. I was always popular at schools in my community and things of that sort. So I never seen a struggle. It came a time when I got a little older, maybe 17, 18 years old. I was in high school, being raised by my grandmother and great grandmother. Of course, they old, so they don't know nothing about the latest clothing and stuff or whatever. So I started doing hair at a young age, and that's what a lot of people know me from doing hair. That's what I started off doing hair before I got into nursing. So I didn't have like a rough life where I had to like be on the street and had like a survival or whatever. But I will say that I always was strong. I always had to take care of myself or whatever, because like I say, my grandmother and great grandmother raised me or whatever. And I moved out at maybe 18 years old into my own place. So like it was good. I was a cheerleader. I was in sports and things in school. So it was good growing up young.
So you moved out at 18, and what was the next thing?
I moved
college or?
I moved out. When I moved out, I moved in Hilltop Village apartment. Y'all have always heard him say about 1646 West 45th Street. I moved there. That was my first apartment. I moved there. Like I say, I did hair. I used to go to the clubs and things of that sort. I mean, I had fun. I was young. I had fun. I moved. I stayed in the bottom. He done talked about the bottom and stuff like that. That's right by Hilltop Village apartment. He probably talked about 50-20 a little. I stayed out there maybe a year. And then it came a point in my life, I was like, I think I want to get in the healthcare field. And I started off as a CNA. I went from a CNA to CEO, opening my own school, assisting individuals in the state of Florida with obtaining their CNA licenses, CPR, first aid. And then I became a registered nurse.
Okay.
And as of right now, I help individuals start home healthcare agencies, phlebotomy courses, and things of that sort.
Yeah, because we seen the picture of you floating around, with your
my picture is floating around, and a lot been seeing the comments. Oh, we didn't know that Charles' mom was a nurse or a doctor and something like that. Because what people do, they see an image. They see an image of Charles, and they go to stereotype. So I seen somebody say, oh, she was a drug addict in rehab. And I never commented anything like that. So they say anything. So I seen they like, wow, his mom is a nurse. Yes, his mom is a nurse.
Yeah. A lot of people were shocked by that. I mean, based off his music, they assumed that his mom was some hood rat or some,
they see him eating noodles. Charles loved noodles. Charles loved noodles and hamburger helper.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I still love me some noodles too, boy. Stop playing on my top, boy. I love me some noodles. Pause. Hold up. But I was kind of, a little bit too hot out too. I need some milk for that.
Period. He loved noodles and hamburger helper. He would eat it every single day. That's what he loved. And when y'all see him on Instagram eating noodles, they're like, oh, wait, his family, they got him eating noodles. And
noodles are good. What the hell y'all talking about?
Why you got these people thinking you eating noodles?
That's what he liked.
Mom.
She talking about stop
that's what you wanted and hang up in my face. So Charles did not have to eat no noodles. He did not have to eat no hamburger helper. He had people that loved him, and anytime he called me, I was there. I was coming.
How old were you when you had Charles?
16. 17.
I was grown.
Oh, she say grown.
Maybe in my early 20s, maybe 23 or something like that.
I'm dead ass wrong.
What was that like raising him? Was it always?
The reason I said that was not because I feel like, okay, she was just busting it open at an early age and stuff. Like, you feel me? Like, y'all don't do me like that. Just vibe. You feel me? Like, figure me out. Try to understand me a little bit. The reason I said 16, you feel? Cause I know y'all gonna try to run with that. It's cause she look kind of young. You feel me? She look kind of young. And if I'm not wrong, Foolio what? Foolio like 23? 24, 25, probably 26. You know what I'm saying? And for her to look like this, I would assume she had him probably early, but okay. I guess black don't crack, ain't it?
Good, or did it become a struggle sometimes, or what?
We can't even put this guy on camera right now. But how it was, Charles was off the chain. St. Clair Evans Elementary School, he was there with Kojite, Jada, all the same people y'all see him around or whatever. He was with them at this school. And they called me every single day. It was so aggravating. And then I called God. They're like, hey, you need to go. You got to go up there. He's just getting on my nerves. Then he went to middle school, Eugene Butler. Same thing. He always did good in school, though. He always had good grades. Then he went to William M. Raines High School. They'll call me like, hey, Miss Sandra, can you come pick up Charles? I'm like, what he did? Oh, he ain't did nothing. We just don't want no riot next week. Because it's going to be spring break. We just don't want no riot or whatever. Got kicked out. Then he went to, he had my hands full. Yeah. He had my hands full.
What was his father in his life?
Yes, before his father passed, his father was in his life. Let me back it up. Because he used to always be around.
Hell no, don't back it up. Go
and stuff like that. And
go forward.
He started rapping at 8 years old around there. So he started rapping with the $1 Billion Jets. We had a thing in Jacksonville called Come Together Day. So he performed at Come Together Day and things of that sort. He performed at the nursing home when I was a CNA back then. He made like a short film movie. I don't know if it floated on the internet for a while. But yeah, his dad was active in his life. Charles used to be in church every single Sunday.
Damn.
Every single Sunday.
Me too.
But I guess when they got out of church, they used to make their little music and things of that sort. So yeah, his dad was active in his life.
When you think about it, you hear the name Charles, like, don't that sound like a preacher to y'all? Like, don't it sound like he do sermons? You feel me? Damn. What are he supposed to be singing for the church?
Was Charles when his dad passed?
He was maybe around about 13 or 14 years old.
Was it due to street violence or?
Charles' dad, it wasn't like a street violence. He got in a fight with somebody. He was looking at TV and then the guy, he's thinking everything cool or whatever, and the guy shot him in the back of the head.
Oh man.
So it wasn't like a rival, like anything like that, but that's what happened.
Yeah. Do you feel like that affected Charles in some way?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that affected him, and when his grandmother died, which is Charles, Big Charles' mom, he started to rebel. I ended up putting him in different programs. And I'm going to say this because I be seeing the comments. They're like, oh, his mom failed him and his dad. Yes, his dad was in his life. I put him in Youth Crisis Center, Daniel Memorial Buildings, everything to help him. That boy I don't know who used to go pick him up. One day he was at Youth Crisis Center, and next thing I know, I go home. That's on the south side. I go home over on the west side. He's sitting on the curb. I'm like, well, who the hell picked him up from over there? And it's like, as a kid, like 13, 14, 15 years old, he still had these older people, like, doing stuff for him. Like, and I think it was because of his dad, because a lot of people had respect for his dad. But I did everything I could for Charles. He never disrespected me or anything like that, cursed me or anything like that. But I think when his grandmother died and his dad died, that did play a toll on him.
Yeah. So that's when you first noticed the change?
Yes.
What kind of change?
I first noticed the change, like when he got shot, when he was getting off the school bus, and he don't catch school buses. I was in front of the school, waiting on him, and fell asleep in front of the school. It was an alternative school. And then I'm like, Charles, where you at? He on the school bus. And then he stopped answering the phone. I'm like, I don't care what we got going on. He's going to answer that phone for me. I don't care what it is. And I found that he got shot. But when he got in the hospital, this is when I found out at 14 that about the gun and all that stuff right there, because he was under a whole lot of anesthesia and pain medication and stuff. He was like, Mom, I need a gun. I'm like, what? And so that's when I really, really found out about this. That's when I started digging into social media on I think it was Facebook then. It wasn't no Instagram.
Oh yeah, Bon dudes, you was in the trenches. Yeah, we don't want to hear nothing about that. Oh, you a nurse and all type of extra stuff. Boy, if Famo knew he could come up to you and say, "Ma, I need a gun," obviously, Ma, dude, you from the trenches now. Now you clean up real nice now. I give you that. But like, don't be putting on this bougie persona. Like, we need you to be cut and real rap raw on here. You feel me? This the moment where we need the inside scoop. You over here trying to act all extra bougie and pristine. Oh, we grew up nice. Oh, we was from house to house. Y'all went from hood to hood. Sound like, you hear me? You try to make it seem like y'all went from 3-star to 3-star. And Charles, why you eating noodles? You not from the hood. He is from the hood. Sometimes you gotta embrace it though, and kind of keep it above. For him to ask you like, Mom, dudes, let me get a 5. Like, I need that 5 after I just got popped. Like, he know Mom, dudes, like, she don't want me to be in the street, but she from the street. So this street shit. Cause me, I know personally, if I was to ask my old girl for a 5, she'll probably hit my ass dead in my shit. You hear me? You hear me? Like, I wasn't even asking for that. After getting blicked at all type of stuff. Yeah, let me just go get my own 5 and duck it off at the crib.
Don't go reaching for no chain. My little homie clutching a ride, ready to blow your